Hello, dear elephant lovers. Welcome back to the Voice for Elephants channel. This video shows the treatment of an elephant that had been injured by a gunshot and was limping in pain. This elephant was first noticed by a group of villagers. They had noticed that the elephant was isolated, limping around the area in pain, and had been acting aggressively towards everyone who passed by. Observing its unusual behavior, they quickly contacted the nearest wildlife conservation office to ask for help. They explained that the elephant was roaming around a field owned by a villager. As soon as the call was received, wildlife conservation officers informed the veterinary office about the incident. Without hesitation, a committed group of veterinary professionals, including an experienced veterinary doctor and wildlife conservation officers, headed to the location with the necessary equipment and medicine to treat the injured elephant. When they arrived, a group of villagers greeted them and guided them to the place where the injured elephant had been roaming. Because of their unpredictable nature, wild elephants must be treated with extreme caution. The doctor decides to sedate the elephant before beginning the procedure. The sedation process was extremely challenging and time-consuming. However, these skilled professionals were able to safely sedate the animal. The sedative drug was darted intramuscularly using a tranquilizer gun. The elephant displayed aggressive behavior as soon as the dart was struck. It rushed away from the location in fear and pain. We share this video to educate our viewers on the treatment procedure, make them aware of wildlife care, and show the compassion and effort in helping a suffering animal. We hope this love for wild animals will spread around the world. Actually, these injuries are the terrible result of human arrogance and selfishness. Human-elephant conflict for limited resources is considered to be the fundamental root cause of situations like this, as elephants might appear in agricultural fields in search of food, resulting in serious crop damage and economic loss for poor villagers who have worked hard to harvest their crops. In some instances, farmers might utilize illegal homemade weapons to save their livelihoods. However, such shootings could result in catastrophic death or serious injury for these vulnerable elephants. There are deep investigations in progress in order to capture anyone who commits such risky crimes. These cruel people will be punished in accordance with the law. However, identifying individuals responsible is difficult because these species are discovered injured several weeks after being shot. After about 15 minutes, the elephant is fully sedated. So, the officials rushed to the poor elephant to check the elephant more closely. The doctor confirmed that the elephant had been shot ruthlessly. How can we identify and confirm that this male elephant is sedated? There are a few obvious symptoms and side effects to look for. The penis erection and the elephant may pass urine. The head bends forward while the trunk reaches the ground. The elephant remains motionless, with flapping ears. These factors are essential to confirm that the male elephant is fully sedated. These officials began the treatment process after confirming all these symptoms. The doctor and officials checked the elephant very carefully before making any major decisions. Now let's get back to the treatment process. A team of officials started to inject the necessary dosage of antibiotics, multivitamins, painkillers, ivermectin, and anti-inflammatory drugs intramuscularly. The dosages of this medicine are decided by the veterinary doctor based on the body weight and the health condition of the animal. It was reported that the elephant was a member of a large herd. Elephants are naturally sociable creatures, with their lives tightly linked to the structure of their herd. However, when one is injured or unable to keep going, one must make a heartbreaking decision to accept isolation. The cruel gunshot to the front leg of this poor animal had caused an abscess. Still, the injury was not life-threatening to the elephant. The doctor mentioned that the elephant could recover completely, mainly because the villagers acted quickly and informed the Wildlife Conservation Office about the injured animal. Now it is time to treat the gunshot wound on the elephant. At first, a disinfectant solution was used to clean the wound. A syringe was used to spray the solution onto the wound. This process will remove the pus, necrotic tissue, or any gunshot particles lodged within the wound. Then, a syringe is used to inject a solution of povidone iodine and negacent powder into the wound. The wounded area is swollen, and it is not recommended to perform surgery in this poor condition of the animal and a low facility environment. Many of you might be wondering why surgery isn't performed to remove the bullet pellets from the elephant's leg. However, there is one thing we need to understand. Performing a surgery on a wild elephant involves a number of challenges. Wild elephants are less familiar with human interaction than tamed animals, and close contact with them could be harmful. Their heavy body weight, aggressive behavior, and requirement for post-operative care provide major obstacles. Wild animals require their natural environment, and confining them in one location until their surgical wounds have fully healed may result in further difficulties and discomfort. So, performing surgery on such a huge and aggressive animal could be dangerous. That is why officials make every effort to provide the elephant with proper medicine and wound treatment. The treatment session has ended. The revival drug was administered. The kind villagers' quick action and support were the first step towards the complete recovery of the elephant. We'd like to thank all of our viewers, the villager who informed us about this poor animal, the veterinary doctor, the veterinary officials, the wildlife conservation officials, and everyone else who helped us with this life-saving treatment mission. Their tireless efforts have saved many lives. A ranger officer was assigned to monitor the animal's recovery progress. Let's meet again with another video on how we saved a precious life.